The stadium was silent, yet the pressure was deafening. Every touch, every glance mattered, and the world seemed to pause with each heartbeat. Salah had faced Lionel Messi on nights when the Champions League felt less like a game and more like a trial by fire, and he had stood opposite Cristiano Ronaldo when one single misstep could end a season, a dream, a legacy. For years, he remained silent, not out of fear, but out of respect for the game, for the players, and for the weight of words spoken too soon. But now that silence has ended, Salah has finally spoken, revealing a truth that shifts everything we thought we knew about two of football's greatest legends. One confounds reality itself, forcing defenders to play yesterday's game in tomorrow's match. The other punishes hesitation, transforming nerves into inevitability. Tonight, we step inside the mind of a man who survived both. Salah isn't just a commentator, a fan, or a pundit. He's a man who lived these battles. On nights when the Champions League hung in the balance, when the roar of the crowd became a physical force pressing on your chest, Salah was there. Facing Messi meant you weren't just marking a player. You were facing an idea, a force, a puzzle that made even the best defenders question reality. Facing Ronaldo meant standing in the eye of a storm where speed, strength, and timing collided with unforgiving precision. Salah's voice carries authority because he didn't watch greatness from the sidelines. He felt it, he endured it, he survived it. When he speaks, it is not opinion, it is testimony. At first glance, the numbers are staggering. Messi still leads attacking statistics at 38. Ronaldo, in his prime, netted 50 to 60 goals per season, dominating finals with surgical precision. But numbers can never capture the psychological devastation these men inflict. Statistics tell you how many goals were scored, but they don't reveal the moments before the goal. The hesitation, the misread pass, the split-second wrong step that leaves defenders breathless. Salah explains that it wasn't about keeping up with them on the pitch. It was about surviving the mental chess match that begins before the first sprint, before the first touch, before the play you think you anticipated but didn't. For years, Salah avoided this conversation. Not because he lacked insight, but because football, especially at its highest level, is political. Every word can become a headline. Every nuance can be weaponized. Criticize Messi incorrectly, and you invite fan fury. Misjudge Ronaldo, and the debate turns toxic. While still an active player, silence was self-preservation. But with time, with distance, and with the wisdom that comes from surviving pressure few understand, Salah finally broke that silence. The truth he revealed was not for fame, not for controversy. It was a confession, raw and unfiltered, that exposes the mental battlefield Messi and Ronaldo create. It's not about who is better, Salah said, pausing for emphasis, eyes steady. It's about how they destroy you. One confounds your perception, rewriting reality with each movement. The other dismantles your courage, punishing hesitation with relentless precision. Two legends, two entirely different nightmares, each leaving scars defenders never forget. When Salah speaks of Messi, his tone drops, calm yet deadly serious. Messi doesn't beat you with speed or power. He beats you silently by bending reality around you. Defenders think they are in position, that the team is well-structured, angles are closed. But Messi attacks what you haven't noticed, the move before the move, the space before the pass. A single step late, a fraction of a second hesitation, and the entire defense collapses. Opponents feel as if they're chasing shadows, defending yesterday's play while Messi orchestrates tomorrow's. There is no warning, no physical confrontation. Messi forces defenders to question themselves, their perception, their intelligence. By the time the ball is in the net, you're already replaying the error in your mind, wondering how this genius got there while you were sure you were correct. Elite players look foolish, not because they are slow, but because they are trapped in a reality Messi designed. By the time you react, it's already too late. Confusion becomes humiliation. Silence becomes your enemy. And yet, Messi's mastery remains elegant, almost poetic, because he wins without ever seeming to fight. He bends reality, rewrites it, and leaves defenders asking the most painful question in football. How did I miss that? Ronaldo is different. He doesn't distort reality, he attacks it directly. Every misstep, every hesitation, every second of inattention is punished mercilessly. Salah explains that facing Ronaldo is like standing in the eye of a hurricane. You know what's coming, yet the force is impossible to resist. Ronaldo challenges you physically and mentally. One step too deep, one jump half a second late, and the goal is inevitable. The fear builds gradually, minute after minute, turning defenders' confidence into doubt. By the 60th minute, the body may remain strong, but the mind falters. Every duel is a test, every touch a judgment, and every lapse a sentence. Where Messi confuses, Ronaldo terrifies. Where Messi bends systems, Ronaldo breaks individuals. Salah says many defenders play not to win, but not to lose. That is defeat before the final whistle. And when Ronaldo scores, it is not merely a goal. It is a message. Hesitation will be punished, imperfection exploited, fear amplified. Messi leaves you confused. Ronaldo leaves you afraid. One destroys geometry, the other destroys nerves. One humiliates in silence, the other humiliates publicly. Both are terrifying in their own right, but in entirely different ways. The true legacy of these players isn't in trophies or goals. It's in the scars they leave in the minds of those who face them. Messi makes defenders question their perception. Ronaldo makes them question their courage. Greatness in football is not measured only in numbers. It is measured in the fear, doubt, and respect a player commands on the pitch. Salah's confession redefines what it means to be a legend. Messi and Ronaldo didn't just score goals, they reprogrammed opponents' minds. They forced defenders to confront limits they didn't know existed, leaving lessons that cannot be captured in statistics. If you were a defender, which nightmare would you choose? To defend the wrong reality for 90 minutes, or to defend perfectly and still live in fear for 90 minutes? Comment below. Share your choice. Football greatness is not always visible in highlights. It lives in the moments where fear and genius collide. Messi leaves you stupid, questioning reality. Ronaldo leaves you guilty, punished for hesitation. And in football, confusion is forgiven, but mistakes are never forgotten. Legends are measured not just by what they score, but by the fear they instill, the scars they leave, and the nightmares they create in the hearts of those who face them.